So Austria is considered one of the cheapest countries in Europe to travel to from Nigeria. So today we're going to find out whether that is true or not. Come with me on this video as I do a breakdown of the cost to travel from Nigeria to Austria on a student's visa. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Life with Ifoma in Austria. If this is your first time coming onto this channel, I would definitely advise you to like, subscribe and turn on your notification bell because you definitely want to see more of my videos. Today we'll be speaking about something that has been on my mind for a while. This took a lot of research and it's an in-demand question. Since I started posting on my channel, a lot of people have been asking, what does it cost to travel with a study visa to Austria? So today we are going to be breaking everything down. So definitely grab a paper, a pen, because this is the time. Without wasting much time, let's get right into it. So when it comes to acquiring a study visa, one of the things that is most important is your documents. That is your academic documents which you use to get your admission, because without an admission there is no study visa. So first you're going to need to collect your documents from your secondary school, your university, if you have already done your bachelor's degree. And okay, in this account, I didn't account for what it costs you to like collect your transcript or your certificates or your WIEC results from your secondary school or university. It's not in the account. I have a paper here where I had everything written down, but I didn't account for it because the price differs according to the university you attended. So different universities charge differently for transcripts and certificates. So I didn't write it down here. But from my own experience, it shouldn't cost more than 100,000 to gather these documents from your secondary school and your university. So this cost breakdown is the breakdown for people who are traveling to Austria without a scholarship or without sponsorship. So because of this, we're going to be excluding the proof of funds. It's usually the proof of funds take the most amount of money. So first we're going to break down without the proof of funds, then we're going to do the breakdown with the proof of funds, and then lastly we're going to add the cost of things you are supposed to pay for while landing in the country Austria. So it's usually good to prepare the money in order to pay for these things. But if you don't want to think about what you're going to do after you land in Austria first, then the first part of the video is for you. Then later on we can add the cost of things you're going to need in Austria after you land there. So first on the list we have the verification fee. So this verification takes place at the Austrian embassy. Verification and legalization. So actually you're supposed to do your authentication first at the Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs, but I also didn't add the price here because the price also varies depending on whether you want to do it by yourself or whether you want to use an agent. But even if you use an agent, I assume the price shouldn't be more than 80,000 to 100,000 naira, but it's not accounted for in this breakdown. But you should also keep that in mind when you are starting. So for verification at the Austrian embassy, we have 400 euros, and the exchange rate I'm going to be using for this breakdown is 1,700 naira to €1. But just keep in mind that this value can change at any time. But for this video breakdown, we're going to be using 1,700 naira. And the prices here are also according to the prices of 2024, which was when I processed my own documents. So the prices are also subject to change depending on if the embassy changes them or there are some change in the regulations. So for verification, we have 400 euros, which equals to 680,000 naira. Legalization cost 80 euros per document, and I broke it down into 4 documents, which is your birth certificate, your WIEC results, your university certificate, and your transcript of records, which are the major documents to be used by a student going on a study visa. So 80 euros times 4 is 320 euros, which will result to 544,000 naira. Travel insurance. Using Care Austria, they usually charge about 500 and not 500, sorry. They usually charge about 55 euros per month, and if you pay for 12 months a year, it's equals to 660 euros, which is equals to 1,122,000 naira. Your residence permit application fee, 160 euros, which is equals to 272,000 naira. Police clearance, 30 euros. Well, it's usually paid in naira. You can pay it online. I think I paid about 35,000 naira online. Then when I went to collect the police clearance, I also had to pay some money there in order to collect it immediately. But everything was around 50,000 naira. Legalization of the police clearance, which you also have to pay for legalization when you go for your residence permit application for your police clearance, 80 euros, which costs 136,000 naira. Then we have your accommodation for 6 months based on student housing. I used an average of 400 euros per month, paying for 6 months, which will give you 2,400 euros, equals to 4,080,000 naira. Visa application fee, 150 euros for adults, which is equals to 255,000 naira. Then your flight ticket. For the flight ticket also varies depending on when you book the flight and which period you book the flight for. Most times it's assumed that flight tickets are cheaper during the winter compared to the summer, because during the summer a lot of people are traveling. So because of the demand, summer tickets are usually higher than winter tickets. But I use 600 euros as an average, which is equals to 1,020,000 naira. If you're in luck, most times Ethiopian Airlines or Egyptian Airlines, they usually have lower prices. You can be lucky enough to see from 800,000 naira or 900,000 naira flights, but most times you're going to be paying an average of 1 million naira for your flight tickets, one-way flight tickets. So everything together, these are everything you have to pay for. Everything together is equals to 4,800 euros, which is equals to 8,160,000 naira. That is excluding the proof of funds. If you have a sponsorship or someone that is going to do the proof of funds for you. Coming to the next step, if you are going to be paying for your own proof of funds, we have here, let's see, proof of funds for people under the age of 24, 7,560 euros, and for people above the age of 24, 13,680 euros. In naira, for people under the age of 24, you have 12,852,000 naira, and for people above the age of 24, 13,680 euros, which is equal to 23,256,000 naira. This is for the third group. That is people who also want to prepare the funds of what they need to pay for when they land in the country. The first way I have on the list is your residence permit card. For the pickup of your residence permit card, you have to pay 58 euros, which is equals to 98,600 naira. Your tuition fee, 1,500 euros per year. That's for those who are regularized students if you're studying in English and you're given a full admission. But if not, if you're going to be studying Vorstudium, you're going to be studying a German course before you regularize your admission status, you'll be paying 1,800 euros per semester, which is equals to 3,600 euros per semester, which is equals to 2,550,000. Sorry, please. Which is equals to 5,100,000 naira. For your transportation, I have 400 euros here, but in the actual sense, if you're staying in Vienna, the yearly ticket costs 365 naira, not naira, 365 euros, which you can also pay monthly, but honestly, it's just cheaper to pay yearly, 365 euros. Then miscellaneous, just in case anything happens, or the train you're going to pay from your airport to your home. So I just added more money and increased it to 400 euros, which is equals to 680,000 naira. Miscellaneous, I have miscellaneous here for books and for other things that you might need money for, 200 euros, which costs 340,000 naira. So everything all together, you're going to be spending, if you calculate everything all together, proof of funds included, your tuition fee included for the year and everything, Here we have 16,618 euros for people under the age of 24, which is equal to 28,250,600 naira. And for people above the age of 24, you have 22,738 euros, which is equals to 38,654,600 naira. So now the last figure I'll be calling is, excluding your proof of funds. So if you want to pay for everything that is required to get the visa and come into the country, and also pay your tuition and everything, but excluding proof of funds, everything altogether you're going to be paying is 9,058 euros, which is equals to 15,398,600 naira. So excluding proof of funds, 15,398,600 naira is what you're going to be needing to travel from Nigeria to Austria. Then, if you don't want to think about what you're going to do when you land in the country, you just want to leave first. That means everything you're going to be accounting for is 4,800 euros. That is 8,160,000 naira. That is what is required to travel from Nigeria to Austria. So I hope this was helpful. It took a lot of time to compute this together, and I hope it helps you. Please, if you liked this video, don't forget to also like the video, subscribe, and put on your notification bell for the posts I have coming, for the videos I have coming up. Thank you. I think that's all for now. That's all the cost for now. I would have created a downloadable PDF for you to, download and keep up with the price and look at the price whenever you want to. But I know that if I do that, you won't come back to watch my video again. So for that reason, please support me by coming back to watch this video whenever you're unsure about the price, of a process while processing your student visa. Always come back to the video to cross check and be sure of the price. So thank you so much, and I wish to see you in my next video. Also, if you want to watch a video where I broke down the process from start to end on how to get your study visa, I have a video. The link is showing up here. You can watch that. So thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Bye.